wind it back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breed on with the gang now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cause a bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rocking black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Hamler now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Block. It got his man. Complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That's the defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
I know people see Phillip Lindsay's role in Denver is changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball in the backfield and move the sticks.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Now to the air. Locke finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown.
Tim Patrick, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
The kick
and he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Broncos 7. Steelers nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Steeler
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. On second down, Connor looking for space. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
James Conner. He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 3.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
That's going to be caught by Judy. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
A 3-yard gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Block now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Switzer on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Steelers nothing.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw it is Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Judy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback, and in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. That one good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
It's a gain.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Philip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent, who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 37 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And there's James Conner showing his versatility with a nice reception and 1st down pickup out of the backfield. 3 years into his pro career, though, he hasn't played a full season, so they want to see durability increase for him. But during his Pro Bowl year in 2018, that's when he showed everything. 55 catches that year, only 34 in 2019. They're hoping those numbers continue to climb for James Conner.
Conner on 1st down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Conner. A 1st down for Conner and then some. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Smallwood. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Conner. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Calling a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Locke working out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Locke. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 55, mark out, 55, 61, matchbox, right, switch.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Ryan Switzer on the return. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
19-yard line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
For Denver.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
51, Mike 51.
Roethlisberger will throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
50. 45. Mike 45.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Completes it to Watt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. Now Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Conner. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Well, you're going to have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Check 50. Check 50. Check 37. Check 2 of them. No.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. He's at the 50. the 30, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's not going to get me. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Again, it's Conner. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, a give to Conner. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Shit. Wide. Get out. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
That's out to the left and complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Switzer. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. Actually, I've heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st down, Lindsey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. I'm on.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Broncos, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. On the mall, on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Jay like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that check your finger, lick a chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. On the mall, on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and a Jason away. Got a new Chris Fox, where they don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's up too hot. And he wanna play ball, hit a three-point shot. Well, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. On the mall, on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check.
Oh, look at me. I bet you can't do it like me. Can't see me when I get on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke can shake it all up. My moves make them run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. And shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that.
no backboard. Gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that.
automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't feel. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag, we're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit.